Status stream.
Alright, so...
Are you gonna unmute the game or are you gonna keep it muted?
No, you leave that shit muted, dude.
Muted.
Nobody wants to hear me beating
You
up
don't,
on
you don't
this.
want to hear that?
Hurry up, we only got so much time to talk about this shit.
Alright, okay. So, Xbox. What is it, May 21st?
Yeah.
May 21st, Xbox is finally stepping up to the plate to say, get the fuck out the way, PlayStation.
Yeah, I bet you they actually show their fucking console too.
Why does everybody care about that though?
Because it's important to know if it's an actual gaming console or a dildo.
You already know if it's an actual gaming console because they said it's gonna have a disc drive.
You don't know. Yeah, so a dildo could have a disc drive.
Who cares if it looks like a dildo?
I care. I don't want to be able to play my games on a fucking dildo.
People got purple dildos when they got what's his face? Saints Row 3.
Yeah, but that's cool because you could hit people with it.
Oh, it's cool to have a purple dildo, but it's not cool to have one for a system. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying, PlayStation's fucking up.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Honestly, they could be like, they could show their console and it'll look just like Xbox 360.
No, one is gonna look just like the fucking PS3, except it's gonna have a PS4 logo on it.
That's fine. I'll be like, you know what? Does it work?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Is I don't care if you know, like I don't care about any of that shit. Just show me the fucking console so I know what it looks like, so I can get my dick hard for it. But if you're gonna be like that about it, then you know, I'll look elsewhere for my console fix.
I don't need to see a console. I want to see the games. Because a lot of people were talking, or not a lot of people, but the rumor has it that they're going to focus more on entertainment again. Like, full-blown entertainment. Because they were saying it's going to hook up to your cable box and stuff.
Well, you just stop with that shit. Wait, are you talking about the Xbox or the
Xbox.
PlayStation? They said they dropped that. One of the dudes actually came out and said, I can't remember his name, but he actually said, no, we scrapped that idea a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, so you want to see the box? What else do you want to see?
You know, I don't really know. Like, they need to do something. They need to stop trying to be cute and do all this stupid gay shit and just make good games.
Yeah.
Like, they need to stop doing the, you know, thing with the room, how I mean, it's a cool idea, like, it's fine, you know, and, like, Kinect and all that shit. I don't care about any of that stuff, you know? Most people don't, I think. I don't know how good Kinect sold, but I'm pretty sure it didn't sell that well.
I think it's still pretty good. I would like to say that I'm one of the few people who actually like the Kinect. For mainly Dance Central. Like, there's not really any other games that I really play on there, but...
Well, it's just like all the games that they put out for Kinect are garbage. Like, I wanted to play the Dragon Ball game, that was garbage. I want to play the Avengers game, that was kind of garbage. Like, they're all kind of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll get it right this time, but... I want to see them just come out with some original games, because the thing that pissed me off about PlayStation's conference is they were like, oh, you know, we got this new system and we made it for the developers, and they're really happy because now they get to make all these different types of games and explore all these different avenues. And then they start showing the games and it's like, oh look, here we got another Infamous game, we got another Killzone game. And it's like, okay, well, let me guess. Your next game you're going to show is Uncharted. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure Xbox is going to do the same thing with their shit. Where it's like, oh, you know, here's Halo. Here's Gears of War. Here's Forza. Oh, yeah, and here's Call of Duty.
Yep.
Like, who gives a shit? Like, what is the point of you coming out with a new system and trying to boast about how you're going to be able to do all these different things on these games, or just do different games in general, and you just keep doing the same shit over and over again?
Well, I mean, even then, like, they've already announced Battlefield. That looks cool. I'm gonna get that.
It's Battlefield.
It's just gonna be Battlefield with better graphics.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get the next Uncharted game. I'm gonna get the next Gears of War game. But at the same time, I want to see some new shit. That was the one thing I liked about PlayStation 3, was that pretty much every game they came out with was brand new. It was like a brand new franchise. Like, I think it was Resistance, Uncharted. What else did they come out with? I can't remember. But, yeah, they did that shit.
I don't know, man. They've really gotten lazy. I mean, even like places like Capcom, Capcom's stupid. They're going the route of Square. Square's gonna go fucking bankrupt. Mark my words. Like all these gaming companies are really stupid. They're not like I was watching something or reading something the other day where Square was talking about how they were really disappointed with the sales for Tomb Raider, and it was like, okay, well, what did you think it was gonna do? And they were like, well, we thought it was gonna do like Black Ops numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, come on, really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, everybody knows Tomb Raider, but even then, I mean, I know Tomb Raider. I wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that I was like, oh, I have to fucking buy that game, because, you know what I mean? It's the name isn't like that.
Well, I was like that until they delayed it. Once they delayed it, I kind of like was like, okay, whatever. I'll play it when I get around to it, when it actually comes out. I have the game now, and I've played it recently, and it is the second best game I've played this year.
Did you beat it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Second best game I played this year is Arkham City.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I told her. That's what I told her. I was like, yeah, Arkham City's really good, dude.
He was like, hey, that's great, bro. I said the same thing 2 years ago.
Exactly. It shows you where I'm at with my shit.
Getting that backlog.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and I'm a pretty good video game fan. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if that's where I'm at with the shit, you gotta step up your game, dude, because, you know what I mean? I'm playing DOA 5 because I have a personal rivalry with the Busa. I'm a huge Tekken fan. I don't play Tekken. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I don't play Marvel anymore. You know, I play Injustice. But also it's because I don't give a fuck if I win or lose in Injustice, which makes it easier because there's no pressure. Like, I don't care if I lose in Injustice. Who the fuck cares? You know, if I lose at Tekken, you beat me at Tekken, I take it kind of personal, you know, because that's kind of my shit.
Yeah.
But,
we should play Tekken.
I can put Tekken in. But, no, man, I mean, they really need to just pick something and stick with it. They're making a lot of stupid decisions. These companies are. I don't know about the consoles or whatever. They're always gonna do their thing. They're gonna try and fucking destroy each other and all that shit.
Yeah.
But trust me, you know, Nintendo's on its way to being fucking Sega.
I would say I could see Nintendo actually switching to just portable. Cause
they get crushed there too, because guess what?
They're killing it right now.
The Vita outsold the Wii U in Japan last month.
It's the Wii U, though. You need to compare it to the 3DS.
It outsold the 3DS last month, too.
That was last month. That was because they lowered the price.
It's only just recent.
They lowered the price. That's why.
I can't put in Tekken, because if I put in Tekken, I have to turn the volume in Tekken down, too.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
So it's DOA for a while.
Anyway. I don't know. I see Nintendo switching over to portable, but I don't know. I think they'll keep on doing their thing because one thing about all these companies is that all of them are stubborn. And say what you want about Xbox, say what you want about PlayStation. I don't think Nintendo would ever bring it down to the point where Mario will be played on an Xbox or a PlayStation console.
I don't know, man. I was like that with Sega until I saw, you know,
yeah, that's different.
Mario, until I saw Sega, or, you know, my boy Sonic in Super Smash Bros.
That's different though, man. Sega didn't
now I'll show you.
Sega didn't come in like in the popularity, I think, until Super Nintendo came out. So like people were more closer with Mario than they are Sonic. I mean, Don't get me wrong, it is weird to see Sonic like on Xbox and PlayStation.
No, not to me, dude. I just look at it like they're long lost buddies.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You think they hate each other?
No, dude. It's gonna be really weird if I ever like have to play Zelda on Xbox.
Oh, that'd be good.
No. Because then they'll turn into a first-person shooter.
Yeah, with arrows. They already did that.
It's gonna be Skyrim, but Zelda style.
They already did that, I thought.
I don't think they did. I think there's rumor that they're gonna make a game like that, but I haven't seen it yet.
Kira's so badass. I really wish I would have beat the Boost's ass with him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you know, Kira just can't hang, apparently.
Well, I don't know, man. They need to really think about stuff. Like, I heard they tried to fix Final Fantasy XIV and they fucked that up.
I thought they were re-releasing that.
They did, and it sucks. People still don't like it.
No.
Their president stepped down. You know, really, they could solve all of that if they would just redo Final Fantasy VII. And shut up, I know you don't think that's the answer, but that's the answer to their fucking financial problems. Because if they did that, they'd make a fuck ton of money, and then they could do whatever the fuck they wanted to.
Yeah.
And the thing is they're such dickheads about it that they don't just come out and say, well, this is why we can't do it, or this is why we shouldn't do it. What they say is, oh, you know, it costs a lot of money to make a game like that. Yeah, well, maybe if you didn't make all these other shitty fucking games, throw away your money on that.
Yeah.
You know. But they said that Devil May Cry didn't sell as good as they thought it would, and Tomb Raider didn't sell as good as they thought it would. So they said they're borderline not going to make any more games until the next gen consoles.
Why do you think those games didn't sell that well?
Well, you know why Devil May Cry didn't sell well.
Why?
Because they changed the whole thing, and it pissed off all the fans.
What about Tomb Raider? They changed that up too.
Tomb Raider sold really good though.
It's so good.
It just didn't sell Black Ops numbers, which is what they were saying. It did. That's the thing that's stupid, is that it did sell really good. I think it sold like 200,000 copies in like the first week or some shit. I don't know. Is that good? I think that's good. I think that's good.
I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know numbers or anything like that, but they did say that it sold extremely well for a fucking video game on its launch week, but they were expecting, like, you know, it to break all these sales records and shit. And the sad thing is like they're not even doing half their games anymore. They outsourced fucking Devil May Cry. They outsourced Lost Planet. What is it? 4 or 3? Was it 3? 4.
3.
Is it 3?
3. Yeah.
Okay. You know, they outsourced that shit, and it's like, that's fine. I don't have any problems with them doing that, but it just, I don't know. There's fucking Capcom fans are really loyal. Square fans are really loyal, but they get sick of that bullshit.
Dude, I don't care if they redo 7. I don't care if they do that. I don't think they want to do it just because they don't know what to do. Because if they like just kind of polish it up, clean it up a little bit, people are gonna be like, oh, well, you didn't do anything new. We figured you would have like incorporated something new, like after all these years.
Nah, I don't think they did that.
If they go the other route, and it's like, okay, well, here's Final Fantasy VII. We cleaned it up and we changed around a couple things, and the battle system's like this. Then people are gonna be like, oh, well, now you just fucked up everything for me. Like, I was expecting to play Final Fantasy VII, like a prettier version of it, but now, like, I'm playing like Final Fantasy VII with better visuals, but shitty ass Final Fantasy 14 controls or some bullshit like that, you know? So I think they're just kind of like, I don't want to do it.
If they just did a straight remake, like they did Resident Evil, like they did the Metal Gears, if they did it that way, nobody would complain. Because, dude, I love that game. I'll play that game. Even if it was just kind of shitty, like they just kind of, you know, like Devil May Cry, the HD version, like some of these other games that they say are HD, they're not really fucking HD. I mean, they kind of are. I would play it for that. But they just, I don't know, man. And you know, that's the other thing, is they fucking killed my fucking boner over fucking Final Fantasy Versus. They haven't said shit about that. Like, at least fucking keep their fans updated so they know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Well, like, I think Versus, they're gonna talk about something on at E3.
I don't know.
I think they'll finally say something about it.
I don't give a fuck.
Last time I heard, they had like the city built, the open world city.
Yeah.
Like that was all done. So hopefully you see something about that. Another reason why I don't think Final Fantasy VII is going to take them out of the hole is because one game is not going to save a company.
That game will save it.
No, it won't.
That game will save that fucking company.
If
I was telling my left, you're gonna have to talk really loud right now, by the way. Hold on. Yeah, you hear that? Best game ever.
Not the best game ever.
It is.
No, it's not.
Let me customize my soundtrack. You're gonna hear some bomb-ass music right now because this is from my personal collection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last out.
Better than Suicide Silence.
Yeah.
Hold on. Does it sound really loud to you too?
Yep.
Still sounds loud to me. Maybe it has to save it. I don't know. Oh.
I just Messed up my whole mosh thing.
You watching?
Yeah, a little bit. I was head moshing.
Alright.
That sounds better.
What is this? I'm sorry.
Yeah. If I keep forgetting the name of that goddamn game. What is it? Saints Row. If Saints Row 3 could not pull THQ out of the hole, then Final Fantasy 7 is not gonna pull Square out of the hole. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes.
Wait, if what game couldn't? Saints Row?
Saints Row 3. That was THQ's like probably their biggest game that they
But
had.
THQ's problem is that they have all these games that they put out like every year, like those wrestling games
Yeah.
that flop.
I thought those were so good.
No, nobody buys those.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Then why they keep making them?
Same reason they keep making all those Maddens and shit. Cause
Madden sells, dude.
Because WWE pays them.
No, Madden sells.
Raptor piping out your wife.
What the hell are we watching right now? Are you mad? Do you find it offensive that I'm sitting here having dinner with your wife?
Walked in an intimate moment between me and your wife. Yeah, man. That guy used to be a big deadbeat husband, man.
And his boxing too.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
This is where Lights Out got it from.
Yeah, he's hanging out with his kid and everything.
Man.
Piping your wife, hanging out with your kid.
He's gotta go shoot Jurassic Park 3
Oh,
or
fucking he
4.
brought me flowers, too. He's such a nice raptor.
Dude, what are we watching right now?
It's just the ending movies. Yeah, as he's squished. But anyways, well, that's enough about the video game companies. They're fine. Like, as far as the consoles and things that they go, dude, I don't want anything extravagant. I really don't. I just want a, bigger dick system. Because to me, consoles need to catch up to PC in terms of capabilities and stuff. Like, the one thing, dude, I'm sorry, I bought a nicer laptop. Playing a game on full resolution, like, let's say Bioshock Infinite, on PC, it's completely different than playing it on an Xbox or PS3. I don't care what you say. You should be able to experience that on a console. This is 2013.
So
There's no reason for these games to cap out at 720p. You know what I'm saying?
No, because we're on two different sides here. Because I don't really. I mean, I'm not a graphics whore, but at the same time, if your system is doing what it's supposed to do, like if you can make visuals like this, okay, fine, cool, do that. But it doesn't need to be hyper realistic for me. It doesn't need to be like all this dynamic lighting and stuff. Just like when Battlefield 3 came out and everybody's like, oh, well, it's so much better on PC. I've seen it on PC. And the only difference, or the main difference that makes it look so much better is the particle effects. That's it.
But it doesn't have to be that way, though. That's the thing that I was saying is, and that's another thing that I heard, I think it was on IGN, they were talking about how a lot of the games are just kind of that same old thing, because you never see any new stuff in terms of like graphics. All the graphics look like they were saying, all the developers are just kind of settled on, okay, this is the standard for what graphics should look like on a current console, current gen console, and that's kind of what they do. And it's true, they don't really try and up, like there's few games, you'll see a couple of games that are like, you know what, I'm gonna push this motherfucker to the fucking breaking point of its fucking shit and make these graphics fucking come in there, you know what I mean? But not many game developers do that shit.
Because they want it to be accessible. Because see, that's the problem I have with PC, is like, let's say I got a computer, like my computer right now, I can't play the Marvel game on there. I can't play Bioshock on there because my computer's old. It's not going to be able to run it. And if it does, it's going to be choppy. And that's why I don't care for PC. It's like, you buy a game and you got to make sure all the specs are right on your game or on your computer to make it play right. And you don't have to worry about that with a console. It's like on the console, you buy the game, you put it in there, and you start playing.
Well, yeah, that's because you know PCs expire in a much faster rate than consoles. I mean, if you have, because there's different PCs and they coming out with different graphics cards all the time, and that's just that mentality. But that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Is if you make that the standard on the consoles, the developers have to make them that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be like, you're not going to get that with a console. You're not going to get, hey, guess what? Halo 5, you have to buy a new graphics card for your Xbox 720 because it won't play Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of tried doing shit like that where they're like, you have to download the fucking multiplayer onto your system.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. I mean, if it's going to give me a better experience, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. They don't charge you extra for it.
Well, and there brings another problem where a lot of people, I don't think, are paying attention to is like, you want the console to step your game up. You want it to look more closer to PC. In order to do that as well, what's going to go up is game development costs. And game development costs is already high enough as it is. I mean, if you look at the past several years, I mean, companies have been getting shut down left and right.
Oh, I know that.
And it's only going to get worse now.
But a lot of that's
consoles.
Bad decision making too. Back to the Square Enix and Capcom, they just suck at making decisions.
Yeah, but it's bad decisions. But then that's another problem too, is that they're going to try and be safe. I don't want them to be safe. I want them to do new shit. That's why, like, we're on the 4th Gears of War game, where the only real difference to it is a little tweak in the visuals and they change around the controls. There's not like this significant leap of gameplay. And that's what I want. Like, out of that PlayStation conference, the only game that really impressed me was the Knack game. I mean, it didn't look that great. It looked like a standard game. It looked like it could have ran on current consoles now. But the fact that they went the adventure/platforming route, like, I'm interested in that game way more than I'm interested in Infamous, Second Son, and Killzone. You know what I mean? It's like, I want them to try new stuff. And if you're bringing up development costs on games, they're not going to try new stuff. That's where you got to start relying on the indie guys to come out with their downloadable games like Journey. But even those games are going to start going up eventually, you know? So, I don't know, man. I don't want the development cost to go up. And it's going to go up for what? To make Call of Duty 16?
Well, see, that's the thing. Big companies like that don't give a fuck.
They don't. That's true. Because, you know, they got people just buying their game up left and right, but therein lies the problem.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing that I don't care about. They're going to always make Metal Gears. They're going to always make... Hopefully they're going to always make fighting games. I mean, the fighting games are different. You know, there was actually one of the guys that I follow on YouTube. I know his gamer tag's like the Main Man. Really big Tekken player, very good. He actually did a whole thing. It was a video on 2D games versus 3D games and the differences, and he compared Tekken to, like, you know, Injustice and things like that. And he was basically saying how, you know, Street Fighter 4 was simplified because it went from Street Fighter 3, which is a very technically sound game. Like, you have to know what you're doing. Like, people regard that as like the pinnacle of, like, technical fighting games.
Yeah.
And they were saying that since they dumbed down the inputs, you have, I mean, dude, because I even noticed when I first got vanilla, I'd throw a fireball, guy would jump, cross me up, computer would autocorrect it, it would go the other way, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So they dumbed it down to make it easier to try and get more people in their audience, and they were saying how certain developers that refuse to do that, like Tekken, that make a really hard game, may not be able to do it. The example he gave was Transformers Dark of the Moon outsold Inglourious Bastards opening weekend some ridiculous amount of numbers. Now, that's fine, and it doesn't matter. I mean, personally, I like Inglourious Bastards better as a movie. But it would be a shame if they kept putting out movies like that would just run Quentin Tarantino out of business, and he was no longer able to make movies. You know, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
That's kind of the same way I feel about video games in terms of them getting developed. Like, I don't want them to stop making Tekkens. I'll buy them even if I don't play them. Like, I don't play 2 that much. I'll buy Metal Gears. I'll buy, you know, most Capcom games. I mean, I'm pretty loyal to the franchises that I like, as long as they keep doing them. They kind of lost me on Final Fantasy 13. I didn't much care for it. I bought it. I played it. I didn't beat it. I got really far. I think I was like maybe 80% done with it.
I'm at the final boss.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, like, you know, I'm getting older. I fucking, you know, it might be the ARB talking in me, but, you know, if I'm going to play something, I want to kind of make sure I get the most out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to... That's why I was impressed with Arkham City, because I was like, hey, you know, really well done.
Yeah.
I'll buy the next one, probably. I don't know, it depends if I finish this one. The way it's going, I'm not going to finish this one, but that's just because I had stupid shit.
I don't have a problem with them continuing to make Call of Duty games. That's fine, dude. If it sells good, keep on making it. You know, it's a business. I get that. But at the same time, if that game's gonna hurt other companies, like you're saying, then that's where I got a problem.
Well, you know, it can. It can put... Because obviously, Battlefield's like the only other first-person shooter that's been able to kind of be competitive in terms of sales.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's all... you know...
I mean, you know, you pretty much have your franchises that are cool no matter what. Like you said, there's always going to be a Metal Gear. There's always going to be Street Fighter. Like, those games have so much history behind them. They sell just based off name alone, whether they're good or bad. Those aren't the ones that I'm worried about. I'm worried about, like, games like Catherine. I want to see more games like Catherine get made.
Yeah.
I want to see more games like, what's another one that I played? You can't even like think of a lot of them, like Witcher 2. I want to see more of those games get made. I mean, they're coming out with Witcher 3, but I want to see more. I want to see like some flexibility.
The sad thing is there's a lot of games that I really want to play that are on portable systems only, which is really weird because like Catherine could have been a portable game.
Yeah.
They could have put that on Vita or 3DS or whatever. But, you know, I think the Phoenix Wright games are good.
Yeah.
They should put those on console. I'd buy them. If they put them on Live Arcade, I'd buy them. You know, like, there's a ton of stuff like that I'm like, look at fucking Resident Evil Revelations. Like, I saw that. I was like, why didn't they make this a game? It looks like a fucking game that I would play. And then, now they're like, oh, sorry, we fucked up. But see, that's another thing fucking Capcom did. Fucked up on 6. There was no reason for 6 to turn out the way it did. I mean, you played it. You know what they did. Yeah. There was no excuse for that, dude. That's your moneymaker. You're going to fucking do them like that.
Yeah. Well, that game just needs to be rebooted anyway.
I don't think they need to be rebooted. I like where they're going with it. I like that Jake's introduced. I think it's cool that they're progressing with the story without Wesker and all that other shit. But it's just like...
You really don't think that game needs a reboot?
No, I'm okay with it.
Why?
What are they going to reboot? You want new people? You want them to new 52 it?
They could new 52 it, yeah. Because you know what? Like, they're so far along in the story, I don't even know what the hell it's about anymore. Like, I remember when I played 4...
You never knew what it was about.
I did! It was about Umbrella fucking up with bioweapons and making zombies and mutants.
They're still doing that. Except
it's
now
the same story every time. There's an outbreak in this city. Let's go check it out. There's an outbreak in this city. Let's go check it out. They only got one place left, and that's space. Like, if the next one's now in the space station...
Don't fucking say that, because they'll watch this and they'll fucking do it. Shut
if
the
the
fuck
next
up.
one's now in the space station, then I say that they need to reboot that goddamn system, or that franchise. I mean, sure they'll compare it to Dead Space, but you know what? Whatever, because that's all you're missing right now is space. Go on some derelict space station owned by Umbrella or Burroughs, whatever the hell the company's called now, and have Leon and Chris go check it out, and have Jake go up there as well, and you know Wesker be sitting at the throne waiting for him. Whatever.
That's fine. I mean,
It needs a reboot.
I'm a character loyalist. And I need my boys in that. I need Leon, Chris, Jill, and Wesker.
Well, they're going to space.
That's fine. Put them in the
And
stupid
maybe
suits.
Isaac will be there too to help fix shit.
I don't care about the guy.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. That franchise needs a reboot.
I just need to pretend like 6 never happened.
Yeah. They could do that.
Which is what they're trying to do with Revelations.
They could do like they did with Nemesis, where it took place the same time as 2. Like, oh yeah, well 6 was going on. This is what was going on with whoever. I can see them doing that.
Alright, man. There's always Tekken X Street Fighter for me.
That game's not coming out.
Oh yeah, it is. It's 20% done.
I've lost so much interest in that game.
I was never interested to have.
I was when they first mentioned it. I was interested because I figured they were gonna come out with Street Fighter X Tekken first, and then come out with Tekken X Street Fighter a year later.
Well, they did, but they had this game they had to do.
And what the hell did this game sell?
It didn't do that great.
Exactly. They should have focused on Tekken X Street Fighter.
Okay,
it was still a tag game.
I'm pretty sure
it was gonna be Tekken. It was gonna be the Tekken engine.
You don't know if Tekken X Street Fighter is gonna be tagged. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. No, I think it's gonna be one-on-one.
Dude, either way, it was gonna be on the Tekken engine. So they could have just put this on the shelf and came out with Tekken X Street Fighter.
People have been telling them to make this game for years. You just don't know. You're not a Tekken fan. You don't understand. This had to come first. This is more important. The other one's it's a novelty game.
There's always time to come out with your little sequel, but if you got the chance to do something that's moderately new, I would say go for that. Like I said, they need to be taking those chances and stop doing those little cash-ins.
This wasn't a cash-in.
It was a cash-in.
No, dude, I don't know if you know this, but Tekken doesn't make them a whole lot of money.
Hey, if you got a number at the end of your game, at the end of the title, keep cashing. Hey,
wow.
That's what I'm saying.
So Metal Gear 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying they didn't take it seriously.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm not saying
it's bullshit.
I'm not saying they didn't take it seriously. I'm just saying they kind of had their idea set on what that game was going to do when they brought it out. I'm just saying, you know.
We'll see.
Like, you know, if they had, like, with Capcom, you know, what I really want them to do is remake my Mega Man more hyper realistic, more gritty, little third-person shooter kind of mixed in with some platforming, you know.
You can't do it that way.
But, you know, if they had a choice between remaking Mega Man and bringing out Mega Man Legends 3, which one do you think they're going to go towards? They're going to go towards 3. Why? Because that's a cheap cash-in.
They already canceled that.
I'm just saying, if they had a choice between those two, which one are they going to go for?
Don't you know they've canceled like every Mega Man game they've announced for like the last 10 years?
But I'm just saying, when the time comes for them to actually make a Mega Man game and actually come out with it, if you have the choice between a reboot and another sequel that people have been waiting on, then which one are they going to go for?
I don't give a fuck about Mega Man unless it's Mega Man X. That's the only series and franchise of Mega Man I've ever cared about.
Okay, what if they made a rebooted Mega Man X compared to Mega Man Legends 3?
They would have to do it the way that I would want them to do it. And you know how I'd want them to do it?
Side scroller?
I want it to be a side scroller. I'd want it to be
same art style?
HD, like cell shaded anime graphics.
I don't have a problem with that. That's fine.
That's what I'd want it to look like. I'd want it to look like one of those Dragon Ball games, but fucking Mega Man X.
That's fine. They could, well, no, I don't like the cell shade 3D. Never mind.
No, that's what I want it to do.
I don't like that style.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. It could be a little bit different. Like, this kind of animation is cool, too. If they could do something like that, too, I'd be even happier.
You know Dust Elysium Tale? Well,
I don't know what that is.
Look it up when you get on Xbox again, because it was on the marketplace. That art style, if they did that for a Mega Man X game, I'd be down with that. But what I really want them to do is take Gears of War, that whole look, that whole style of gameplay, and throw that out, like throw out Gears of War and put in Mega Man. That's what
Mega Man's not a fast-paced game like that. You really want his Buster thing to be a Lancer?
It could be a set, a type of one of his many arsenals that you can switch between. And then, I still want them to put, like, the platforming in there. But maybe, like, it looks like Gears, it plays like Gears, but more of, like, a Mario 64 type of gameplay, you know what I'm saying? Something like that around there. Yeah, that's why I used to need to have me in there, in those meetings. That's why I need to be up in there. I can give them those ideas.
If it was Mario 64, it'd basically be Mega Man Legends 3. That's what Mega Man Legends was, basically.
Was that a platformer though?
Not really.
Yeah, I want the platformer in there still. So Mario 64. Looks like Beautiful Joe.
He didn't wait, dude.
No idea who that is.
Skinny Bob. He saves people. He's a superhero.
But anyway, back to Xbox. I want them to show some new games. I don't want to see another Halo.
I doubt they're going to do another Halo this soon.
I don't want to see another Gears. As much as I love Gears, I don't feel like seeing another Gears right now. I want to see something new.
I'm pretty sure Gears is on that. I'm going to try and make a game every year to keep up with Black Ops shit now.
I don't know, after...
Which I won't do.
Judgment.
That'll make me just hate that franchise if they start doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have them just take their time and do something cool.
Yeah.
Than fucking put out new, stuff with little tweaks. Because that's what I felt like they did with Judgment. They just tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it. I like Judgment. I like it better than 3.
And that's the problem too, because Microsoft was actually on to Call of Duty their whole way, because they used to have it set up where they were like, this year we're going to do Halo, next year we're going to do Gears, and the year after that we're going to do Halo, and after that we're going to do Gears. They had it set up like that, and for some reason they stopped, which I don't know why. But now, like you said, it seems like they're trying to do this thing where it's like, we're going to come out with a Gears game every year now.
I think it's because they're one of those companies that can do that. Those games always sell good enough.
I heard this one didn't sell that well, Judgment.
I didn't hear that. I heard it.
I heard it didn't sell.
I heard it didn't get very
where they were expecting.
Tremendous. I mean, I heard the reviews were pretty good, and I heard that the sales were pretty good. That's about all I heard of it.
The reviews were good. I heard the sales were not good. I mean, they're starting to give away free maps now.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at that game again. I'm just waiting for them to put out all the shit that I paid for with the season pass, and then I'll pick it up again.
I can't believe you bought the season pass for that.
So did your boy Eric. Talk to him too.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's bad.
No, but I bought that, dude, knowing full well I could be the only person playing that game in a week, which I kept saying repeatedly. But
I bought that game for the story and the story alone, and the story sucked, so... Well, it didn't suck.
Dude, I thought the campaign was fun.
It didn't suck, but I just felt that it was very unnecessary.
I thought the campaign was fun.
It was okay.
I still got to do the last part too. You gotta help me do the Gears of War 3 part.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one was shitty too.
They said that was pretty much just like Gears 3. They said that it almost kind of sucked because they were like. Because I think the guy that did the review on it for IGN was like, this game is awesome, it's the best Gears game yet. And then, like, when you do the Aftermath part, it's kind of like, it's just Gears 3 again, it loses its charm. That's what he said.
Yeah. I didn't too much care for it.
I thought that was the most fun playing a Gears campaign I've had in a long time.
I definitely thought that, well, the thing that I liked about Judgment was how they went through the different characters. Which is what I thought they were going to do with Gears 3. Because when they were coming out with Gears 3, they showed like the gameplay with Marcus, but then they showed that other gameplay with Cole, where he was like having this whole little midlife crisis. And I was like, okay, 3 is going to be really good, because it seems like they're going to go through the campaign, like talking about the characters in their past life, and then the present life and stuff, which will lead to the end of the game. And they didn't do that. They just did it for Cole. And I was like, well, that was kind of shitty. And then, like, the whole Aftermath part on Judgment, I was like, yeah, it was like Gears 3. In fact, you should have put that on Gears 3. Like, that should have been the other DLC instead of another stupid-ass map pack that had all the maps from the past Gears games instead of making brand new maps. Like, come on, man. Folks are slipping, son. It's ice out there.
I like Gears. I like Metal Gear. I want to play Metal Gear 5.
I like Gears too, and I will also be waiting for Metal Gear 5. But like I said, I'm already dedicated to those games. Now it's time to start getting me onto some new shit. Okay. You know, I mean, you can just like with Nintendo. It's when Nintendo came out with their new system, their little Wii U thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get it when you start coming out with my Mario and Zelda games. But right now, I'm not getting shit that you're putting out.
When's the last time they put out a Zelda game?
Twilight Prince? No, Skyward Sword. Never played it because I didn't like the whole motion thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, but yeah. But, you know, I just want to see some new shit.
I mean, like the whole stuff that they're doing with the PS4, like the streaming and yeah, the streaming and all that shit. Like, I'm like, dude,
there's nothing wrong with that. Because everybody's doing that.
Nobody's gonna use it though.
They're gonna use it,
dude.
Especially Call of Duty people.
They have a Twitch app on here. I've kind of been using it. Still kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They had that Netflix thing where you could watch movies together. Nobody fucking did that.
Yeah.
Like, why am I going to turn on... Okay, I get done from my hard day's work. I'm going to come home. Why am I going to watch you play fucking Mario?
Not watch me play it, but...
That's what it is. It's watching you play it.
Well, what I'm interested in is where you control it. So, like, let's say...
It's not like that.
It is.
That's changing the whole game interface. They're talking about how you're going to be able to be playing a game... I can go into the PS4 and fucking watch you play it and tell you, hey, you're fucking up. You need to do this.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there is. I'm not going to fucking do that.
Yeah, you are.
No, well, I probably will because I'm an asshole and I'll tell you you're fucking up. But
well, first of all, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be some mutual thing where it's like, hey, you know, Bossy wants to see you play this game. Will you accept? And it's like, yeah, I accept. It's going to be like, it's not going to be
you don't think I can just
drop it in
force my way in there?
Yeah, like, get the fuck out the way.
I mean, if that's the case, I'll be all for it because then I can just get into... I'll be like, yeah, let's see what this faggot's doing. Oh, hey,
do it.
I mean, I'll make a whole YouTube show of just me getting on fucking jumping into people's games and telling them how they're fucking up, how they're not fucking zoning right with Deathstroke, how they need to be picking Deathstroke, and how they need to shut the fuck up.
You don't think you're going to do it, but you're going to do it. The thing that I like is how, if, like, let's say I'm playing Injustice, and I'm like, dude, I can't get this one combo down with Superman, and it's really pissing me off. You can be like, okay, you know, let me jump up in there real quick and let me show you how to do it. And you go ahead and do it. Like, that's cool. I think that's cool. The fact that if I'm done playing the game and I don't feel like playing the game anymore, but I'm still like online talking to you, like I can just switch to you playing your game and we can just continue talking like usual and stuff, and that's great. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with PlayStation turning their whole interface into Facebook. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, there's stuff that I might use, there's stuff that I definitely won't use, you know. But
it's fine. As long as it works, I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, I'm all for like extra shit. As long as it works. To me, it sounds like something that they have a really cool idea for it. They're gonna put it out. Launch day comes. It's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna be trying to use it.
Well, I'm just saying it's not gonna work. I don't think it'll ever work. I think it'll be one of those things where they implement it. It's too big of a scale for them to deal with, and it doesn't fucking work.
It depends how they do it, because, like I said, they're all stubborn. You know, they all want to do like their own thing, but still copy off of other people. Like, if you're gonna turn your system interface into YouTube or Twitch, have it work like that. Don't be like, oh, well, we're gonna do it our way. It's like, no, your way doesn't work right. You know, it's like, if you're gonna imitate it, go ahead and imitate it. You know, take off the YouTube tag and put your PlayStation brand in there. Fine, as long as it works. But I don't know, man. I just that stuff. They're just doing what people are doing right now. Like, you say you're not gonna sit and watch people play a game, but you are. You do it already. You go on YouTube or you go on Twitch and you check out streams. You know, you check out the tournament play. You know, you check out what Maximilian's doing. people already do that. So now they're just kind of like streamlining it into one place so you can come to them instead of going to YouTube. And so that way they don't have to give YouTube any more money.
I think that's the idea, but PS4 and whatever their streaming thing that they're doing, it's never going to replace Twitch.
How you know?
Because a majority of what Twitch comes up with is the big games on there are like StarCraft, League of Legends, all those PC games that you can't play on consoles. So right there, that's already a huge fan base that they have on top of that. I'm not saying that they're going to put them out of business or anything, but then the other thing is, tournaments aren't going to be running streaming stuff on PS4. They're not going to do that. They're going to keep doing it this way because it's what they know. It's easier. And I'm always going to watch the tournaments. I'm not going to watch, like if, let's say...
You don't know that because in tournaments they use PlayStation 3 systems. So
not everywhere.
Who's to say that they're not going to fully... I mean, I'm not saying that they'll fully switch over to PlayStation. They'll still have it on Twitch. They'll still have
so
it
you're
on
saying
YouTube.
that you think like Spooky and all those guys that do that streaming stuff are going to be like, I don't need to stream it on PC or Twitch because PS4 allows me to do that, so people will just jump in the room that I create.
If it works. If it works, they will. Because if it works, because they're already on the system playing it. Like, if they're playing on PlayStation already, like, because right now, look.
I'll tell you right now.
Look at the whole setup. You got your computer right here. You got the cords connected into the system. You got a mic right here. You got cameras and shit. You got all these cords sitting all over the place. If PlayStation can just say, here's the PlayStation 4, plant this right here. All this shit you're doing right now, you can do that exact same thing just with less cords. You would do it.
It sounds nice. I don't think it's going to work.
I
don't think it'll work.
If it works, they will switch over.
I am
and use
highly
PlayStation.
skeptical that will work.
And it's the same thing with Xbox. If Xbox got their shit together and they made it to where it's easily accessible, you're going to switch over to Xbox. Just like with the whole cable thing. When they're like, oh, we can hook it up to your cable box and you can do all this, and that. And you're like, oh, well, I already have a cable box, so I'm not going to switch over to my Xbox just to watch cable.
I actually probably would.
It works.
If actually, I tell you what, if Xbox did that, which they, like I said, I told you they said they're not going to do that, but if they did the cable thing, I would do that because then I could just pay for it and I'd have it right here and I don't have to do shit.
You do it if it works.
If it works.
That's the same thing with the streaming.
The same thing, yeah. But they're not going to do that, they said. They said they're leaving, there's no...
That's fine. I'm just using that as an example, though. It's like, as long as shit works, people will transfer over to it. If it works and it makes it more convenient for them to get something done, they're going to do it. The only reason why they wouldn't switch over is if it's like, this is solely for PlayStation only. Like, you need to have a PlayStation 4 system to access this stuff, and for people to access your streams, they need to have PlayStation 4s as well. It's like, then they probably won't switch over completely. Because, you know, they want to, like, expand and broadcast to everybody and not just a certain set of people. They want to try and bring as much people as they can.
Which is fine. I don't care about that.
But, you know, PlayStation's already saying, like, you know, you'll be able to upload it to YouTube still. You'll still be able to upload it to Twitch and Ustream. So, I mean, like I said, if it works, they will switch over and they will use PlayStations. And you will have bought all this setup for nothing.
We'll see. I don't think so.
We'll see.
I mean, I was going to buy my computer regardless. But the capture card's like $50. That was like $50. So all in all, I've spent like maybe $150 on everything.
I'm just saying, man, if it's more convenient. Because, I mean, I remember when Netflix first came out on Xbox. And they were like, oh, well, I don't need Netflix on my Xbox because I got it on my TV already. I got it on my Blu-ray. Well, hey, if you can switch between playing the game over to watching Netflix without having to switch the input on the TV or unplugging this cord and plugging it in someplace else to start watching your Netflix, I mean, of course you're gonna like stay over.
Well, that's why I don't know why Netflix hasn't completely switched over everything onto just streaming. They should put all the movies that come out on there.
Yeah,
this is a licensing thing, I'm pretty sure, but they should be big enough to where they could do that now.
I mean, I think Netflix should have their own damn network, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay for that. That'd be worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what they do. Probably like another 15 minutes.
So you care about the name? I mean, not the name. You care about the way the system is. What do you care about the name?
For the Xbox?
Yeah. 'Cause
right 720 is fine. I don't care.
It's not 720 though.
Is that they said that's not gonna be
They
720?
said right now it's looking like it's either going to be called Fusion or Infinity.
Give it a fucking name like that. Why can't they just call it 720? I'll call it the 720.
You will. I mean, just like I was going to call Connect the Natal, but I call it the Connect now. You know, eventually you switch over.
Yeah, it's because people don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey man, I thought Project Natal was a badass name for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Infinity.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't give a shit about the name.
I mean,
they just need to. I mean, PS4 is gonna be a PS4. That's cool. They should just go 720.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you know, they never really like gave off the thing where it's like we're just completely gonna base this on fucking rotations. You know, they're just like, oh, here's the Xbox.
I mean, it better if they name it
360.
if they name it 720. It better do like twice as. It better be twice as good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm fine. I'm fine with Infinity. There were some people who were saying that it was like they should just name it PlayStation. Or they should just name it Xbox. I'm like, that's not gonna fucking happen. What are you looking for? No. I was like, what the fuck are you looking for? Like, they can't do Xbox. They can't just do PlayStation because they already have those. You're gonna send people into a fucking clusterfuck. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get that Xbox. No, I thought they already came out with that.
Well, I mean, did they say that the 720 is gonna play Blu-rays?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I think it did too. That's another thing. I mean,
it was a pretty big leap for them to, you know, kind of switch over to Blu-ray.
They didn't really have a choice.
So at least them admitting that they kind of fucked up with the whole HD DVD or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, they fucked up big time.
Yeah.
This is the best ending in the game, by the way.
Who, Lars?
Yeah.
Fuck Lars. No, I was playing. All right. I don't know. I like Infinity just because of the whole, like, Windows 8 thing. Switch over. Got the Infinity symbol.
I don't know about that. Am I like the only one? Do you still have Halo 4?
Yep.
I say, I'm the only one that still has that game.
No, I still got it.
Arv has it, I think. I don't know, dude. It's really bad when there are games I want to play, and then by the time they come out, I don't give a shit anymore. Because I know what to expect.
Like what?
Like Dead Space. It's exactly what I expected it to be. Everybody was like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
But you never even played the other ones,
I
though.
didn't need to. I knew how they played.
Yeah, but the other ones were a lot better than this one.
You don't get no food, Lars.
I mean,
You don't get shit.
I'm playing...
You don't even get the skin, Lars. Give me that shit.
I was playing Dead Space 3, but then it was starting to piss me off just because it wasn't scary anymore. Like, you knew when shit was gonna come out at you. It was like you...
I didn't care. I just wanted to trip off acid as a fucking crazy guy.
Well, I haven't done that yet.
Oh.
I was gonna go online and do it, but I haven't got around to doing it yet.
I don't know. My plan for that game was to wait for it to drop in price and then buy it, because
I'd wait for it to drop.
everybody was saying, I was like, it's kind of okay.
I got mine for free because, you know, it was buy two, get one free, so, you know.
Yeah, you probably bought that.
Yeah, well, then I wouldn't have got Tomb Raider.
Bought that either.
Man, Tomb Raider is badass, dude. Once you finish Arkham City, you can borrow Tomb Raider.
Well, in like another 2 years.
I'm just saying, man. Tomb Raider was badass. It's like Die Hard.
Old one?
Just if they, I mean, I don't know if you ever played a Die Hard game before, but
The arcade game?
I think that was it.
Like Capcom did?
No, I think it was Trilogy. Die Hard Trilogy.
It was pretty much like Final Fight.
No, it was like an actual game.
It was an arcade game, right?
No, not the light gun game. The actual game.
It was like it was, yeah, you had like,
They had Die Hard 1, 2, and 3.
at the end you had to fight each other. No, you're thinking of a different game.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Die Hard Trilogy, where like you're in the car and Samuel Jackson is screaming directions to you. And he's like, "Turn left up here, turn right up here.
Never played them.
Just keep driving." Well, Tomb Raider is pretty much Die Hard with Lara Croft in the jungle.
I prefer John McClane.
Like, well, if they ever made a Die Hard movie where he was in the fucking jungle on an island, that'd be Tomb Raider, okay? That's how good the game was. But we'll find out when I let you borrow it. It's good. It's real good. I don't want to hype it up too much. You know, I want it to be like Bioshock. Be let down. Well,
You're like the only person that says that they don't like that game. Everybody else says it's the best game ever.
where's the thing? It's not that I don't like it. I like the game. It was good. It was just I had higher expectations for it. Like,
What the fuck? Dude, they say that's like the best Bioshock game ever.
it's not
I mean, I don't give a fuck, but...
I mean, the story was okay. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything just in case someone out there hasn't beaten it, but I thought the story was okay. It's a little kind of a... I think it was like the best way they could tie all the games together, but the gameplay was really basic. I mean, if you played a Bioshock game before, it was pretty much the same thing. The whole outcome of the game, like you running around, shooting people, checking garbage bins, like that was it.
Check garbage bins?
Yeah, dude. You fucking.
Why do you dig through the garbage?
Dude, you're pretty much okay. Bioshock 1 and 2.
Oh, it's because it's a
Mainly-
ripoff of Fallout.
Mainly in 1, you were a fucking junkie, okay? You took those damn plasmids and you injected them in yourself. You're a junkie. And the same thing with 2. And in Bioshock Infinite, you're pretty much a drunk. Because you took the plasmids, which are called vigors, vigors, and you drank them to get the special powers. I mean, and you're a drunk bum. Because you check the garbage bins and find like oranges and eat them to get health back. Like, dude, you got one chick running around finding coins, tossing them to you, and ammo, and then you got the guy running around checking garbage bins, picking out oranges and eating them.
I never cared about those
But I mean,
games.
it was the same, dude. Like, you walk around, you shoot people, you get the little voice boxes, they tell you a little part of the story, and you know it comes together in the end. They got the little twist. But I mean, it was pretty basic, dude. It was a standard Bioshock game, and I was like, I just felt that game just had a lot of hype behind it. I mean, which is understandable because the first game was really, really good. The second game was okay. So you expect like this one to be like the end all be all, and I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was decent. That's just my opinion, though. Honestly,
They need to make another Marvel vs. Capcom game. I'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure they will.
No, they won't. This is such a pain in the ass to fucking... Because Capcom's a bunch of fags, and they said it's such a pain in the ass to fucking talk to Marvel and negotiate shit with them.
Well, who knows? It'll be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like, decade from now, they'll come out with 4.
Pretty much.
Like, it's what you've been waiting for. Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Bitch. You know exactly what it is.
Julia, please.
Did you watch anything on the new Marvel movie phases?
No.
Oh.
Why? I saw Batista in makeup.
In full makeup or just
Or no,
little
them
things on
putting
his
it
face? Yeah.
Saw that. And my girl Zoe Saldana is gonna be Gamora.
They didn't show anything in her either, huh?
I don't think they have.
We'll see. That should be a decent movie if they do it right. I'm not expecting much of it. The new Cap movie should be good.
I'm excited for Cap. Thor, I'm not excited for. It still just looks meh.
Yeah, I don't really care either way. I'll be happy. I'll watch it.
I'll go watch it, but yeah. I don't know. I think Marvel might be starting to cross that line where they're doing too much.
Well, they said that they're looking at it two ways. The money, the certain movies that are worth investing money in, like Cap, those types of movies, they're gonna put big money into it. But there's gonna be other movies that they're like smaller scale. They're not really gonna invest a lot of money in, like Ant-Man. They said they're not putting a whole lot of money into that. They said they're talking about doing a Doctor Strange movie, which I think would be cool. I think that would work pretty easily. I don't think it would cost a whole lot of money. They really need to fix the fucking X-Men.
What I want them to do, I want them to focus more on the character instead of trying to build up to Avengers. Because I think that was what they kind of messed up on in Phase 1. Because like the reason why I liked Iron Man and Iron Man 3 so much is because they focused more on Iron Man and Tony Stark. Whereas in part two, they were trying too much to set up Avengers. Same thing. I mean, Thor was pretty streamlined too, which is why I kind of like Thor because they focused on Thor. They didn't really like try and get the whole like Avengers cell in there. They were
I
mainly
thought that
just
was a
trying to
huge
explain-
Avengers setup because they introduced Hawkeye in them.
Which was dumb, yeah. I thought that was like the dumbest cameo out of them all. You know,
thought that was awesome.
You want me to take this shot? You want me to take this shot? No, stand down, soldier. Oh, okay. And then you fucking walk. Come on now.
And I mean, really, the only setting up they did in any of these movies was just put stupid Samuel L. Jackson in all of them.
That's fine, dude. He's Nick Fury, but I mean, like with Iron Man 2, they were trying so hard to be like, okay, after this is Avengers. You know what I mean? Like we're setting it up. We're getting Avengers in there. And it's like, dude, just kind of focus on the character and their story, and then do your little secret ending where how it ties in with the Avengers. Then you can do that.
You know, people are stupid. They need stuff spelled out.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I just want them to focus on trying to do the actual movie instead of just trying to build it up to this point the whole time. Because, you know, that, like I said, that's why I like Thor, because they explained how he even fits into that process where it's like he's a god. Like, they actually set that up and they explained it. And I like that. I thought that was good. I thought Cap was good, you know, but still with that, they were kind of focusing a little bit too much on Avengers there. I want to see a Cap movie.
I thought Cap didn't have anything to do with Avengers until the very end. It was a World War II movie.
Mm,
They didn't show shit about the Avengers. It was just him, how he got to be him, and then he wakes up in the fucking 21st century. That's why I like Cap the best, because
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
guess you're right on
it was
that.
just Cap. This next one should be good too. It's gonna be Winter Soldier.
yeah, I'm interested in that.
I don't know if they said that the Red Skull's gonna be in any of them anymore, because that guy doesn't want to play him anymore.
Red Skull's hanging out with Thanos right now, dude.
That guy's gonna be cool when he shows up.
I think that's what Avengers 2 is going to be about, is Red Skull showing up with Thanos. But I have the cube. Hell Hydra.
Thanos would kill that man.
Yeah, after he's done with them.
They kill him first. You know, give me the cube. Sure.
Now he'll be like, I like the way you work. Let me see what you can do. And then he'll be like, oh, I fucked up. Let me try and fix this real quick. And then Drax will come through.
That's not how it works.
That's how it worked in Annihilation. Spoilers.
You can't kill that man.
Oh man, tell that to Drax.
I will tell that to him. He'll realize that it's true.
Like, Drax, you know how you were like created to kill Thanos and all? Yeah, I killed him already. Oh, well he's back.
Yeah, he's
no!
He's back again.
No.
Alright, so we're pretty much done. Unless there's anything else you need to inform people
You gotta plug the stream, bro. Plug that stream.
Yeah, twitchtv.com/bossg7v.
Boss G7V. G as in God. 7 is in the number 7, like the movie, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. And V, as in V for Vendetta. Roman numeral for the number 5. Boss status.
I never saw that.
Really?
No.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. But anyways, I'll leave you with the most epic ending.
I thought Lars was the most epic.
Well, this one's epic because he says that word. You know, he's like, oh, let me just walk through here. Like, oh, faggot. Fuck off me and check my shit. Oh, fuck out the way. If lightly is at 11. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you dropped your iPad. Here, let me get that for you. Alright, so yeah, we'll be doing that, and okay, very good. Oh, they got batons now, so let me just sign that. Oh, excuse me.
Is this Jin guys or
No,
Hayachi's?
That's Lee. He's
Oh.
he's by himself.
No, the guys. That
Oh,
coming out-
those are Jin guys.
Oh, Jin.
Yeah. That's some my breakfast menu. I want to get some training in. Excellent.
I bet he didn't do that in the game.